Okay, welcome back. Another type of graph that we use to commonly compare our data and look into find some useful information about a data set is going to be a sector graph. Now, a sector graph is also called a pie graph, but it breaks up all of the categories of data that you have, or all of the values that you've collected, into percentages, and that percentages, those are represented as a slice of this circle. And so you can quite clearly see where the majority of something is and where the minority of something is. Let's look at A. So which category uses the most energy? This is our weekly energy use. Now the largest slice of the pie is going to use the most energy, so that's 40%, and that's heating. If we look at B, which category uses the least? Well, electronics and cooking are both tied at 10%. So we're going to write cooking and electronics. What percentage of the week's energy is used by appliances? Well, appliances are here and they use 25%. Alright, look at D. If heating uses 160 kilowatt hours, what is the household's total energy use? So in this case, we can write this out as 40% of our total energy use is equal to 160 kilowatt hours. Right, 160. Now, in order to figure this out, all we have to do is we can use the unitary method. If I divide this by 4, I'll get 10% of the total. And I can divide this by 4 as well. 160 divided by 4 is just going to be 40. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can see that 10% is equal to 40. That means 100% of the total must be equal to 10 times as much, or 400 kilowatt hours. There's another way to do this, but using the unitary method and breaking it up into easy percentages is a very simple way to solve them. Alright, let's look at another one. So for 4, we have a breakdown of our weekly screen time. So where are we using all of our screen time? On our phone or other devices? So let's look at 4A. Which activity takes the biggest share of the week? And we are spending the most amount of time by far on social media. Okay, and the next one, the smallest share is spent on other. So this is everything that doesn't fall into these other categories. What percentage of weekly screen time is spent on gaming and videos combined? Well, videos and streaming is here at 20%, and gaming is here at 25%. So we just do 20% plus 25% is equal to 45%. Finally, if social media accounts for 21 hours this week, how many total hours were spent on screens? So, we can write for social media, 30% of our total time was equal to 21 hours. Okay, now let's find out what 10% was. 10% of the total is just going to be dividing this by 3, because this is 30%. Divided by 3, we'll get 10%. So that'll be 7 hours. Now in order to find 100%, we just want to multiply our final number by 10. So this is 10%, so 10 times it will be 100%. And we have 70 hours. Another way of doing this is to, instead of doing the unitary method, you can stop here. If 30% of the total is equal to 21 hours, then 0.3 times the total is equal to 21 hours. And that means the total is equal to 21 over 0.3, which is just equal to 210 over 3, which is equal to 70. So you can do it either way, whichever one you prefer. Converting it to a decimal and multiplying it is fine, but the unitary method is often more easy to understand. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully it's helpful, and I will see you in the next one.